If you have ever been in a situation where you have or had to deal with a toxic person and you feel suffocated, this video is for you. Keep watching. Hey everyone, welcome to Talksstation. This is Himanshu. Let's get started. In this video, we are gonna talk about some of the most poisonous breed of animals in the world. It's a bit more poisonous than the pit viper and the cobras. Yes, you guessed it right, we are talking about toxic people. To get away from toxic people, I have a simple and great solution. It takes just 2 seconds. Just go to them and say, Nikal. I'm joking, let's get started. So before starting with anything about how to deal with these toxic people, just let me straightly define toxic people. A toxic person is someone who abuses you, more specifically mentally or emotionally. These people are basically the unsupportive ones, people who try to bring you down and basically they want you to live your life on the basis of their terms and conditions. But while saying this, there are a few more delicate cases. Suppose your mom caught you smoking cigarettes and she tells you to stop it, but you don't listen, and at the end she ends up locking you up in a room. Now in this case, I would say that your mother is obviously not toxic, and I guess you also know that. So in cases where you are not sure about if the person is toxic or not, what you can do is go to 5 people and ask them, if you were in his or her position, what would you do and how would you handle the case? If 4 out of 5 people says that they would handle the case just like the person you are dealing with handled it, then he or she might not be toxic. So now, without wasting any time, let's get straight to the facts. Here are my 3 top tips and tricks to deal with toxic people. Number 1, the first step is recognition. You have to recognize that this person is toxic to me. I've always been hearing from people that, bro, she loves me, she can do anything for me, but sometimes, just sometimes, she acts weird. Sometimes she screams and shouts at me, and sometimes she hits me. I've also heard girls saying that, yeah, sometimes he calls me a slut when he's drunk or he's angry, but most of the times he's a very caring person. Guys, I don't give a F if he or she is the best person you can ever find. If he or she is treating you in a way that you don't like or you have a problem with, then it's your responsibility to take the necessary action. Talking about necessary, what's important is taking the action, but what's more important is when to take the action. People usually used to suffer because of a single person for months and years. At first, they accept the fact and neglect it, assuming that it won't repeat, but the truth is, it will repeat, it will definitely repeat. So the better option is to put out your point of view without raising a voice at the very first time you feel you are being treated wrong. Another very important, and I mean to say very important point to be noted here is, you do not need to talk back when he or she is already shouting at you or are high on their nerves. At that point of time, just let it go, let the person calm down, and then go near that person, talk to him or her, whoever she is, and ask why they did so, what was the reason, what went wrong, or whatever you want to say, and smoothly try to extract a proper and reasonable answer from that person. Once he or she says why he or she did so, then try to talk about things. Try to talk about what went wrong and how it can be solved. You might come to know that there are things from the past which was bothering him, and because of that he reacted the way he reacted. Just keep in mind that you have to be very gentle at situations like this. If you can solve the problem in this step itself, then it's very great. Good luck to you, good luck to your relationship. But if not, the third step is the call for action. And by action, I mean serious action. You can bring this up in various ways. Like number 1, whenever this person calls you a slut or an asshole, you can take the necessary step at that very moment. Just be clear and confident and say that, hey, listen, you can't use that word against me, especially when we are in a situation where we are arguing or in a serious mood. What will happen is that this person might walk away or cut the call at that very moment, but I can guarantee that this person will not repeat the same thing ever in the future. Number 2, another thing to mention here is, in every relationship, you need to set some certain boundaries, and you have to be very clear about those boundaries. Say directly to that person that, hey, listen, these are the boundaries of our relationship, and here's when you will be crossing the line, which is not good for both of us or the relationship. As soon as you get some unwanted signs, just talk about the problems. Number 3, Now, things might not go exactly like what you expected. This person in front of you might not behave according to the rules which were already set up in that relationship. This is exactly when you have to learn to walk away. This is when you have to call for a breakup or divorce or resignation or anything that's possible in that situation. Because the fact is that you can always find a better job, a better relationship, or a better opportunity in your life. There is always something better out in this world. You just have to find that and grab the opportunity. That's all. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching till here. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and share with your friends. I will see you in the next video. Till then, love you all.